August.
All right, everyone. We got Tony kind of staying over here still, but it's me, Nate, and Skeeter and Tony Fellows doing our live stream here today on June 10th at this NRC meeting. Is definitely going to be a little lower key meeting, but the couple discussions we've had this morning with people there, I think it's still going to have some good information. They're going through some of the budget stuff, but we do want to give a shout out to some of our partners. We have 2O, Whitewater, Blocker. Those are all kind of combined into one. We have discount codes for them. FF Rome to get 25% off on
FF Rome out.
FF Rome out for Blocker and 2O. And then for the Whitewater, we have
Skeeter pulling it up. So it is FF Skeeter 25 for your 25% off your online order with Whitewater.
Yeah, and then we also have a lot of other partners. We got DH3. We have Yellowstone Cameras. That's a new one. Trusty Arrow, Find It Fred, Wildlife Legends Taxidermy, Max Rustic Sport Shop, and if I'm missing one, Ina Store and Vitalized Seed. Let's go. Just did a bunch of food plots yesterday. So, all right, we're going to kind of settle in here and see some of this budget stuff. We're going to do some commentary on this again, and I'm sure we'll have some discussions throughout this.
Pretty much cabinet version. And
so what do you think about today, Skeeter?
The different bills. So all the devil in the details.
No, you don't have your mic.
Yeah, I don't have my mic on, but I'm going to grab it. Yeah, I think that these things are super important, and the fact that we saw last time we were here, there were some changes that were made that none of us were really privy to, and we left them with question marks. I think it just kind of solidifies the fact that we need to be here as sportsmen and we need to be here present. And we're glad to be here and represent you with the Rome Outdoors podcast, but we definitely want to see some faces. So it's a smaller crowd. We expect that this will be done by 11:30 today. Not as much public comment. So good for us that we don't have to sit here, but also want to let people know that they should still be here. You never know. You never know what's going to happen if you're not here, and if you're not here, your voice isn't heard and you're not represented.
Yeah, it's good to always be educated, and fortunately we got enough guys that can be here and pass this information on to you guys.
But just like last year,
check it out. But while we're waiting for that to come through, we'll go through and before we kick it any further, we will go over our Rome Outdoors sponsors one more time. We'd like to thank our friends at 2O Gear, Hunt the World, premium gear built with the finest materials and constructed for your adventure. Use code FF Rome Out for 25% off their online orders. Blocker Outdoors, high performance hunting gear designed to keep you warm and comfortable. Use the same code, FF Rome Out.
I want to touch on those two quick. So if you're a guy, the reason why we really enjoyed working with 2O and Blocker and Whitewater is they kind of are all sister companies to each other, I guess is the best way to explain that. And they kind of offer all the stuff we need through our diversity of our podcast too. So if you want to be more technical, that's 2O for you for like the layers and the Western hunting or like all day sits. And you want to kind of, have that kind of a stream, way to hunt. But then also Blocker is awesome to add in there because if you want bottomland camo or you want to do some turkey stuff to finish the series, turkey camo is really nice. And obviously Whitewater gets you some fishing gear. I have some Whitewater stuff and I love it. Super comfy.
I may have 1,000 pieces of Whitewater gear. It seems like everywhere I go, I'm wearing some sort of a Whitewater. And if you want 25% off your online order for that, make sure you use FF Skeeter 25. Yes. They will set you up. Got another code for you. Trusty Arrow.
Yes, sir.
Trusty Arrow, because every bow needs a trusty arrow. Use the code ROAM for 10% off your order. And Brenton USA. Hunt with confidence. Use code EXPERIENCEWILD10 to get 10% off your entire order. And that's pretty significant.
Yeah, I mean, these discount codes, use them. And, you're supporting all the guys that support us are either local to us or we have relationships with the guys, and some of them are small businesses too.
Yeah, so support the people that support us because we can be here to support you.
And then we have Brenton USA. I'm taking this one from you because I know you like Brenton a lot.
Please.
Hunt with confidence. Use code EXPERIENCEWILD10 for 10% off your entire order online. So, I mean, that goes all the way to a full, complete gun. Anything on that website, you use that code, you get 10% off. So, I mean,
from a hat to a rifle. So
you can tell your wife or your significant other, hey, I saved a whole pile of money because I have a code. It was on sale, honey. Yeah, that's why I bought it.
That's it. And
the more you spend, the more you save.
It's online ordering anyway, so you can just buy that hat and hand in the receipt and buy a rifle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's see what we're talking about now here. Still on the fiscal stuff. It's kind of interesting to see what they're going to go through for all this. I mean, some of these, budgets and stuff, the DNR have been really talking about how they're lacking funding and they're, short on money and they need to increase tags and all these things. I mean, that definitely played a role in some of these reg changes they're proposing to change for this year and next year to help with that. And that was one of the things that $1 rule was going to help with by being able to use the same tag structure for that. All right. We do one, I forgot to add this, but Yellowstone AI trail cameras. We actually have a trail camera sitting here on the table. That's a new partner to the show, and we will be offering a discount code to all the listeners. Yeah, look at this bad boy. We got ourselves
Those things
a box.
are super awesome.
Yeah, they're nice. They have data plans that you can share data with, those things, but as soon as I have that discount code, we'll send Adam a text and be like, hey, what's that code for listeners to have a percentage off? A camera. Tony's joining us. Did you get your camera all set up over there, bud?
I think so.
Good deal.
I think so.
I'm going to mute you until you get that figured out. Muted. All right. I'm kind of curious on some of these. Can you see this, Skeeter? What are you thinking about when you look at this, fiscal year budget? Is there anything that stands out to you on that? From a funding standpoint, from what we're spending the money on, they kind of got all broken down into percentages here.
I'm actually going to try to pull it up on my computer because
is that not big enough for you still?
Well, I can see it, but I got to
lean
lean over a little
We
bit.
should make you sit. I'll make this bigger.
I got my bifocals on. Okay, game and fish, park improvement, federal, land, marine safety. Yeah. I can read internally. I'm just trying to kill some time.
I don't know. For me, some of the stuff I would like to know, like law enforcement, and I think it's, it's in thousands, right? This isn't, so when you see 56,000, it's actually much more than that, right? Because I know one of the graphs they showed, I was like, that doesn't make any sense, but then I remembered it was in thousands, not in.
Well, is that whole budget $500,000?
No, I think it's 543 million.
Oh, I was going to say.
I think it's a million. You got to put a couple zeros at the end of that.
Yeah, there's an asterisk there.
So some of those percentages, okay, what the heck? If it's 56 million going into, each thing, just nice to know. All right, Tony's back. Sorry, buddy.
Maybe we should have been listening.
You had me on mic one?
I had you on mic one, yeah, because you're 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go.
I can tell I should have known I was on mic one because the volume was blaring and you're deaf.
I am deaf.
Yeah, sitting here suffering in silence. I'm like, please.
All right, I'm going to turn this back on. I want to see what this is.
Stretching every dollar is part of why I care so much about the budget and why we're talking about this story today. This slide gives you a sense of the scope of what our division manages. We have over 700 full-time staff. We have 1,300 summer workers and welcome about 38 million visitors each year. We manage 103 state parks, soon to be 104 with the new park in Flint. We oversee more than 13,000 miles of state-designated trails, over 1,200 boating access sites, 19 state-managed harbors, and 63
Jake responded. What's
local
up, Jake? Good
brand
morning.
partners. And we support roughly 1.2 million camping and lodging nights annually. Before I go any further, I want to give a shout out to our staff. During our peak season, we have about 2,000 people working to protect Michigan's most treasured natural and cultural resources and keep these places special, safe, and accessible. You're going to hear a lot
pull
about
up the
numbers
DNR on
today.
yours,
The
Skeeter, so you
real
can
story
see
is
it?
the people that make it all possible. In addition to working with the NRC, we're guided by several advisory
Go to
groups.
Facebook and
The
share
Michigan
it.
State Park Advisory Committee, the Waterways Commission,
was gonna see
the Trails Advisory Council and its work groups, and the Belle Isle Park Advisory Committee. One person I want to call out is Chuck Nelson. He's the vice chair of the State Park Advisory Committee. Chuck was a
You know what I
longtime
forgot?
professor
Print out
at
the
Michigan
agenda.
State University, and he's guided scores of our
Yeah, we
employees
have our
over
phone
the
right
years
here.
in the responsible natural resources and park management that we've established today. Many of our staff, myself included, have benefited from the professional foundation that he helped build.
Kind of nice to go over that a little bit.
Our total division funding this year, including operations, capital outlay, and grants, is $193 million. A few things to note, 97% of that funding comes.
Yeah, so they just said that. Like if it says 193,000, it's actually million. So $193 million for Parks and Rec division.
For improvement.
For improvements. And they added one more park for that. The park improvement number is giant. Like
That's a big number.
Like what is considered a park improvement? Because I think a lot of people could say like, hey, our habitat's not necessarily the greatest in these parks. Like we need to do more things, but maybe that's
So I think park improvement could probably be broken down into 200 different categories.
for sure.
Like there's new construction, there's rehabbing of different things. You know, like I know out by me, I live across the street from a state park.
Yeah.
So, and it's a very large state park, being Muskegon State Park. And I see they're doing some improvements right now. Their whole winter sports complex is getting a rehaul. They put in some new hockey rinks. They're working on the luge out there. There's a lot that goes into that. I mean, I know that there's at least one of those millions is going into that.
Okay, so here's the revenue. They get 89 million total. 89.7 million, but passports make a big chunk, and then camping revenue. Wow, 58%.
Yeah, so
From
I'd say
camping.
that if you're looking for where the improvements are going to be, you got to look at where that money's coming from. It looks like a lot of that improvement's going to be in the camp.
Yeah, so like maybe, that could be a lot of different things. That could be paying people to manage it. That could be paving. That could be adding electric. That could be bathrooms. Who knows what? I mean, eat up a lot of money really quick in a camping aspect.
I know that the camp is actually in charge of the north side of the pier for the Muskegon State Park, and they redid that all this winter, and there was yellow iron sitting out there all winter long. That stuff's expensive to run.
Okay, Matt just shouted out. They just redid Sleepy Hollow State Park, paved a bunch of the lots for campers, all new bathrooms and electrical. Like I was saying, I mean, that can eat up a lot. I mean, I'm in the construction, so I can see how some of that stuff can add up really quick.
Absolutely.
For that. So. All right, what we got going on here now?
$94 to $95 million in revenue over the next 2 to 3 years. In orange, though, you can see the challenge. Our expenses are increasing faster than our revenue. Staffing and benefit costs go up every year. Inflation is affecting.
So far, just kind of going over some budget
and
stuff
fixed
is what they got
costs
going on
like
right now.
utilities
So
and trash services
we'll
have
see.
risen sharply.
Was you at the last meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
we've
had
been in
to
the last
discuss
couple,
cutting
yeah.
back on seasonal hours to cover it.
Nice meeting, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
That's the
a
kind of
lot of
trade-off
people.
that we're facing more
Lot.
frequently.
What's that?
The red line shows the fund balance.
Mad at
and
you?
we project that by 2029, the fund balance will be
For
depleted
what?
to a point where we'll have to reduce expenditures. That means cutting back on operations or reducing our capital investments.
On a guy that's got a
From an operations standpoint, that increase in cost hits hard. Years ago, I could buy a box of 100 trash bags.
Guys that hunted for
Feels like you can buy about 10 for the same price these days.
Cadillac. Had the same
And when your trash contract goes up more than 130%
Yep.
over a decade, you start seeing those operational dollars disappear
guys
quickly.
quit hunting.
Well, I hunt in that
Michigan's
area, and the antler point
America's,
restrictions was the best thing
Rescue
that's
Plan
happened
Act
for
and
all my
ARPA
neighbors
funding
and
for
everyone I
state
know that goes up
was
there.
$273 million.
Guys are seeing more deer. They're having better hunts, all that stuff.
Relief Investment Fund.
My grandpa's
That's
83
been
years old and
used
still
to
hunts, and he loves it.
Start 122
So there's going to be
planned
both sides of the story.
projects at 55 state parks.
But they got a spike.
This reduces a decades-long need,
Mhm.
backlog of repairs, and enables new park development, like the park in Flint.
Correct, and that's
In 2025, we allocated a one-time $15 million supplemental to help with critical infrastructure needs that weren't covered by ARPA. This is represented by the declining fund balance that you see here.
The few counties that
Many of the ARPA project estimates increased during COVID, And this supplemental funding allowed us to fund
the whole
7
whitetail as a
additional
resource
priority
needs to be
projects,
managed, not
including a $6
specifically
million
on private and
dam
public.
repair
It's the
at
whole
Memoir
entire herd
Avenue
in the state of
Recreation
Michigan.
Come down here, they come down here. They say,
The one-time ARPA relief helped, but I've been around long enough to know that a single dam repair that costs $6 million can wipe out an entire year's capital outlay budget.
And I'm telling you, I've hunted in all zones.
Next is our waterways
Are you
program,
worried about the antler point
which
restriction
funds
down here?
recreational
It
boating.
don't, 'cause it
Our
doesn't-
largest revenue source here is the gas tax. We receive 2% of the state gas
A year and a
tax,
half old.
and we benefited from the increase that
Sure.
was part of last year's budget.
Those are outliers.
In the UP,
We expect to generate about $13 million more in 2026 and potentially $18 million more in later years. That will help us address an identified need in waterways of more than $100 million.
Under oath.
Watercraft registrations make up a smaller portion of this fund, and those fees, as Dan mentioned,
Well, I don't
have
think
not
anybody can
increased
guarantee
since
that.
1993.
But 95% of them or 99% of them will be.
$100,000 pontoon registered.
I'll guarantee you that if you did 1,000 year and a half full bucks, 999 of them would be bigger year 2 than year 1.
Cost 42.
Under oath.
Yeah, I would do it right now.
That difference highlights how long
It's
been
proven.
since registration fees were updated.
What do you mean?
Yes.
underscores
All
the
one buck is
imbalance
doing
in
is getting guys to harvest more does. If we shot more does
are
as a
currently
state
witnessing
and hunters that
some of
wanted
these
meat
situations
use a
unfolding in
doe
real
tag
time.
instead of a buck tag, we wouldn't have to do any of this
brings critical
regulation
water
change.
levels as
But because we
Sheboygan
have been
Red
doing the
Complex,
stuff and being the
driven by
conservationists we need to
500-year
be,
flood
we have to make
have placed
regulation
our
changes
waterways
because the
funding
majority of
under
us are not
significant
doing what
strain.
needs to happen in the state of
The
Michigan.
cost
It's that
associated
simple.
with this is an incident and the emergency response, combined with additional weather-related damage in the region, now total in the millions already. Water levels in the area remain at critical levels even today.
Half the deer. Right? Now we got.
I want to highlight some key challenges with
Mm-hmm.
our funding.
Everybody.
Visitation has increased dramatically.
Let's get back to
From 2000 to 2010, visitation held steady around 18 to 20 million
My
people.
grandson.
From 2010 to 2023, that increased 131%,
The neighbor's bad.
from around 17
Yep.
million to a peak of 40 million in
For
2023.
us, does us no good.
Last year, we had 38.75 million visitors.
But you are such a
during
small
that
percentage of the overall hunting population in
Recreation
Michigan.
passport
There's not
increased
enough of us
40%
doing that.
CPI.
That's why changes are made
10
because
to
we need more
14.
guys to do
As
what
mentioned,
you're already doing
raised
and
to
managing the
15%.
resource.
Before
For the
recreation
betterment of the
passport
resource.
began in 2010,
It's not about
the
me as a
cost of
hunter.
an
You want
annual resident
to.
pass
It's not
was
about me as a hunter. It's about the whitetail
we're
in
down
the state
here.
of Michigan.
We're here.
I
We're down
hunt
here.
zone 3. I hunt zone 2. I
We've
got
added responsibilities.
APR zone. I hunt in
About
southern Michigan. I
70
hunt some of the
units in the
best
past
counties and the best
15
areas of the
years.
state.
And PRD assumed management of state forest
How? He still has the
campgrounds
same
and
amount. He still has a
statewide
buck tag. And he still has a
trails
doe tag in his pocket.
Meanwhile, operations costs have
And
risen
that's not the
sharply.
whole state. They
As
did. We're
mentioned,
doing
trash
1 buck
contracts are up 131%
with no APR.
since 2000.
If they want to buy the combo
and
tag,
utilities are up 148%.
One tag. So you go like one buck tag.
All the while, stewardship,
then buy a combo
Yeah,
tag.
buy a
core
combo.
part of our
You can
mission,
shoot any buck you want, and you have a
makes up
doe
less
tag.
than
If you want
5%
venison for the
of our
freezer,
operating
boom, you got a doe tag in your pocket with guys who never used to have a doe tag. It's not just
These
about shooting the
challenges all
bucks, it's
connect
about
back to
shooting
our
more
user fee
does.
model.
You've got to realize this. We take
And
that
certain
road,
users contribute
we
more to our
have
system's
nobody up there
budget than
calls their
others.
herd. But we realize
Campers
that
and lodging
we
guests
take
make up about
out
8% of our total visitors.
There is
3.16
Culling is a
million people,
completely different topic.
but they contribute more than 27% of our
We should,
revenue.
you know, shoot call bucks for
That's about $52 million
no,
annually.
maybe you no.
Yeah.
I shoot age
It's
class.
also difficult to
yeah.
adjust
It has no
fees
relevance
that
to.
aren't
I
tied
have.
to CPI.
There has been so much proof that an
For example,
inferior,
the governor's
an
budget
inferior
recommends raising
year and a half or
watercraft
2.5 buck
registration
has not
fees.
reached his max
This is
potential until he's
supported
4 or
by the
5 years
Waterways
old.
Commission
You have no
and the
idea what.
boating industry.
Can you guarantee that
Because
a
as
spike is
mentioned,
going to
those
not
fees have
become a
not
10 point
changed
when he's
since
5.5 years
1993.
old?
Participation can be
No,
limited
but I
as
can
well.
guarantee you that if
Only about 38% of Michigan
I shot an
residents
8.5-year-old
purchased the
buck.
recreation pass,
You
that-
showed me a picture of a
even though it
24-inch
supports
spike.
both state parks
No,
and
you got a
local
phone?
parks.
Like it's on your.
I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
you're
You should.
trying to use outliers as
this. We found
An
out.
opt-out model was proposed in
Outliers
prior
cannot
budgets, but not supported.
be. You don't
So
manage
we're
the
working with our
resource from the
advisory committee to
outlier
explore
deer.
other options.
As an average, if
And
you
when it
look up
comes to
any
trails,
You
studies,
send me a picture of a 24-inch spike.
Funding for non-motorized trails
Yeah.
is very limited.
Yeah, I want to see it.
yeah.
There remains
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
user
Just
fee
telling you
or
that if
dedicated
you this
funding
is
source
Michigan's
for
not
them,
alone in
even though
this.
demand
This is
exploded.
all through the Midwest.
During COVID, our non-motorized trails saw some of the biggest increases I've witnessed.
Because if you
in
want
my
to see a
years in
white,
parks.
Deer hunting.
Trailheads were packed. by
are you still
9
able to
a.m.
deer hunt with 1 buck
Parking
tag in your
lots were
pocket?
overflowing into the
So you're still hunting.
And we had people hiking, biking, and running.
I don't know if you realize
walking
how many
dogs,
deer
and
I've
members
shot
who've
over the
never
past
seen
10 years. Like,
some trails that used to have a dozen users.
yeah, on what kind of a deer are you shooting
suddenly
though?
saw
So like,
hundreds.
so to betterment the herd as
All of this is
a
great.
whole in the
It
state of
means that
Michigan,
our people
you
are
don't want to
connecting
lose your
with their
second buck tag
outdoors,
because you don't want
but
the state to be
funding
better.
maintain
I'm willing to
these
give up
trails
my
never
second
grew
buck
at that
tag
command.
and to hunt these areas
that
where I have
mismatch
multiple
is
mature
one of our
deer
biggest
running around
challenges today.
and give up the opportunity to, oh, this is the best
passport.
option we have moving forward to try to do better for the whitetail herd.
I have-
It's that simple.
And then I may be another outlier because I haven't killed a buck in Michigan in 5 years.
We got it on theirs. My wife has it on hers.
Because I kill 10 does a year.
But why do you, is it just an awareness?
Yeah.
thing,
And
or
I haven't-
What are we missing here?
and I
as far as
haven't seen-
participation?
And I haven't
I truly
seen,
don't believe it's an
and I haven't
educational
seen
thing
a
any
buck
longer.
that
I mean,
I've
the
felt
recreation
like it
passport's
needs
been
to be
around since
taken.
2010.
It's just an interest thing.
So yeah, I mean,
But you took
the
200?
biggest thing
His
is
neighbor got tagged. He's a farmer.
I have
You give him 200
4
tags,
vehicles in my
whitetail
family.
fence.
but
I
you're
purchased
killing
the
how many deer a year?
recreation
I
passport
killed
for
4 of them.
Right on. Yeah.
But you just said you killed 2.
$2,
But
3
people
bucks.
have to
Okay.
cut costs
And
somewhere.
my family shoots.
And if
We manage
there's a way to cut
So are
costs
you
that's
are
available,
you
they're gonna do
seeing
it.
a
who can blame
ratio
them?
of 1 to 1
So if you
for
put it on
bucks
one
and does?
car, and that's the car you take to state parks.
I mean, we are
Then that's the way
we're
around.
managing
One?
our property
Mhm.
for that 1-to-1.
How big's your property?
598 acres.
Okay.
And then neighbors got 640 acres. Property next door is 380 acres, and everybody's managing together. But we found out we've been getting rid of these bucks with eyeball racks, nasty racks, and letting the
Just
2.5,
$10.
3-year-olds go.
Right.
Well, it's 15 now, but yeah, to your point,
Now we're getting
yeah.
Get
nice
your passport,
racks.
folks,
We're
please.
getting good genetics. You can't say every buck's gonna have good genetics.
No, they don't, but they need to express their max potential, and that doesn't happen until they're older. You don't know what they're going to be when they're a year, 2-year-old deer. You need to wait until they're that 4.5, 5.5-year-old to see their max
Secretary of
potential.
State, and we have materials that are included in your registration renewal. Although I will say that the majority of people now probably go to a kiosk or go to the internet to do that. So there's less face time with the leaflet that comes in the mail or something like that.
Yeah, I have a blind that my grandpa hunts that looks very similar to that.
Just to stress what a value it is.
That is,
Where?
that's looking at my chest.
Oh, someone shot it into the blind?
Shot over the property line.
Oh, that's going into the blind.
Okay,
Jeez.
for the next slide,
Wow.
as you can see,
I walked in
the recreation passport
and then they went
continues to be the most affordable
Yeah,
park pass.
that's
in
a
the
whole
region.
nother
And
topic.
honestly, it's cheaper than many of the county park systems right here in Michigan.
I mean, if you're in southern Michigan, that sure looks a little bit
Michigan's
different than
recreation
a
passport, again,
straight
is
wall.
$15, where a resident park pass for Ingham County is $40 and $50 if you don't live in the county. To put that in perspective, I've talked to families who tell me they can take their kids
Looks like it's
camping,
been drugged
Yeah,
behind
it's
the
been,
truck.
yeah, it's dead.
launch a boat, or spend a day at the beach all year
Looks-
for the price of
Okay.
one takeout
had
night.
an arrow
You
broke
could get
off
pizza.
right.
During COVID, when people were getting outside, in
Oh,
record
yeah,
numbers, we heard
been-
over and over again that the recreation passport
Yep.
is the best deal that they've had. all
Yeah, I
year.
bet. Yeah,
And that's
gangrene.
We want
Oh, yeah,
to
that's,
stay
what is that? Is that
affordable.
was that a buck
But
or was it a doe?
affordability isn't alone
Yeah.
enough
Shoot it, I
to
mean-
solve our long-term
Yeah, that's
funding
fine.
challenge.
I mean, if
As
a
a
wounded
reminder,
deer,
All right. How old do you think that is?
Resident passports were $24.
I mean, it's hard to tell exactly from that picture, but there's some indicators that make me think it's at least 3 because it's got a dark head,
So it's
it's got a
still
blocky head, the
$9
bases
cheaper
look
than it
good. I
was
mean,
16 years ago.
four-year-old deer,
Decent chest.
yeah, decent chest from
Given
that picture,
rising
I would say.
visitation and the growing strain on our infrastructure, our advisory committee and stakeholders.
Yeah, it looks like
Is it
they're running
rutted?
hard.
Is it gutted right
Yeah, it
now?
looks gutted, yeah.
An adjustment to help
Oh, it's not
ensure
gutted.
long-term sustainable funding for the park system.
Say,
It's a younger
The
deer than
goal
what
is
you think.
not
Yeah,
to make it
3.5.
expensive.
3.5.
It's to make sure that we can keep the doors open,
2?
we can keep the restrooms repaired.
2? It's hard to tell in that picture, but
beaches, and
dark
campgrounds
heads.
in good condition.
But we
For
manage
millions
to
of
be
people
here,
that
so
use
these are
them.
our call bucks, and that's the bucks we're getting.
That's a call buck for you. Or
That wasn't a call buck.
oh,
Even
okay. I
with
said
the
that
ARPA
deer
funding,
could have
we're
had
grateful
potential to
to
be
receive.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
still
a.
have
I mean, we're having a couple
$127
different
million
discussions here. Like, if you're
unfunded
trying to,
maintenance backlog
yeah, like
across
that
our
deer
parks,
could have become
waterways,
who
and
knows
trails.
what.
But you know how old he is?
Our
One and a
fiscal
half.
year
1.5.
capital outlay budget for 2026.
He's
Did you
what?
get his teeth sent in?
$33
3?
That's only about 4% of our need.
But that's all he's ever been.
Some of the examples shown
He's
here
ever been. He's never been
show
bigger.
what we're facing.
We're talking about a
The
couple
roof
different
games at the
topics
Michigan
here.
Iron Industry
You're a guy
Museum,
that manages your
tracking
property. You have
additional
really good
roads.
neighbors. I can relate the same
Voting
thing. I've had
access
2
sites
county
with
record
damaged
bucks
ramps
shot
and
in the last
approaches
5 years
that look
in the
all
counties
too
I have the
familiar to
opportunity to
voters,
hunt in the
like the
area.
ones
So I
here
know
in
all
Macomb
about
County.
managing. I've been in
Trail
that
bridge
space for
failures
20
like the
years.
one shown here from
There is
Snowmobile
not,
Trail Route
we are in the
in Leeds County.
minority in the state.
For sure.
So this
are
going
also
from
roads
$2
and
to $1
utilities
is
and
not a
parks
reflection on
that
you as a
Fisherman
hunter,
Island
your
or
group of guys,
that
or the
are service
managers.
needed
It's that we are outnumbered. There is
Along the
not
Detroit River,
the same
Great
amount of
Legion State
people
Harbor needs
are
about
putting the effort into
$5.5
that
million
managing
for
process
improvements,
to shoot
and
enough
nearby
does
voting
in the
access
state
sites like
and to
St.
manage
James
the resource the way
need
you and your
about $3
buddies are
million
doing it.
each
So that's why these
if we're gonna
regulations need to
improve
happen.
public
So it's not a
access to the
personal
Detroit
attack on
River.
you. It's not a personal attack on your buddies.
The reality is that we're struggling just to take care of what we do already. And without additional
If you need a
support,
call
we
buck
can't
shot,
expand
when
to
people in
take
one
on
buck
new
states know what they do, they
infrastructure
bring buddies
or
down.
meet growing
Your buddy in
populations.
Cali, those old guys in Cali that don't hunt no more, take them out and shoot one of your call bucks.
So
For
everyone
sure.
here is probably
You
wondering,
can still, you
Especially
can
when
still
you're
manage
saying
your
we
herd the way you
manage
need
all
You're
to.
sitting on 1,000
We
acres
still
of
carry out our
property that
mission.
is managed
Two
by.
things.
I mean, you got
Our
1,000
people
acres
and
and
our
it's all managed by you and
Our
your neighbors,
staff
but you got
continue
one
to
neighbor that's
innovate
taking
and
200
find
deer. I
efficiencies
mean, he's
wherever they
taking
can.
1 deer per
But
5
that only
acres.
takes us
That's
so
less
far.
than the
Emptying
density
trash
of the
bags and
state of
reusing
Michigan,
them
or that's
only takes you so
more
far.
than the density of the state of
We
Michigan.
rely heavily on partnerships,
Come in
philanthropic support,
That was
and
my,
grants
that
to
was
help
my second
maintain our
buck
level of
because I took,
service.
he was wounded.
We've had
I
tremendous
wouldn't
support
shot
from
him.
organizations like the
Mhm.
Mod
a
Community
year and a half
Foundation,
Where was he
the
wounded?
new Flint, for the new Flint State Park, the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation
That
for
whole leg
improvements
right
at
here,
Belle Isle,
like this when he come in,
and many county
it was just
governments
hanging like this.
who step up and help
When he come walking
operate
in,
or
put your hair
co-manage
down.
parks.
Well, you can't
Friends
have deer
groups
out
play
in
a
frickin'
huge role across the state. The Belle Isle Conservancy.
Yeah, they're pretty tough,
and
but
other
yeah,
partners
it's your
from
tag. You can
accessibility
fill whatever you want.
organizations
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
to the Bob
Yeah.
Ross Foundation help support programs and opportunities like free reservable track chairs or our annual run for the
That's
trees.
you said
which
that's
is
a year and a
becoming
half old
national
buck.
That's a year and a half old buck. That's what
Okay.
we tried to leave. We don't
Are you getting these deer
I'll wrap
aged
up by
from
saying this.
sending the teeth in, or how you
Parks
guys
and
aging?
Recreation Division has always burned bright, no matter the
Get a-
challenge.
the DNR station give jacks.
After
Okay,
31
they
years
do
in this
the
division,
what is it
I've
called?
seen
Like Deer Age
firsthand.
does the
But even the brightest fire needs wood.
scan it or whatever
And
they
we all
do.
know these
Sure.
days wood is
Yeah,
getting
Deer
more
Age I
expensive.
think is one that I've used.
Yeah.
With rising visitation, growing responsibilities, and increasing infrastructure needs.
So that's your
sustainable
second buck?
funding is
That was my
more
second buck,
important
which
than
I
ever.
wouldn't have took unless he was.
And again, I'm just an operations guy.
Okay.
Good at mowing lawns, fixing toilets, and registering camps.
Manage your herd.
Budgets
Yeah,
are not my natural
absolutely.
habitat.
Yeah.
Need more guys to do that.
So for the tough
Yeah.
questions.
So you got both your bucks with a bow then?
Budget section chief Buffy
Cool.
Colbert.
Nice.
Yep.
She's the one that actually understands the numbers. I just know when the grass needs cutting. So thank you very much, and we're happy to take your questions.
Teaching for gun season.
Sure.
My grandson got excited, seen his first buck. Slim
Has this been
hand.
brought before
perfect.
the House and Senate?
Oh, we got a break coming up here.
Yep.
And I don't mean just your division, but
Yeah. You gonna
every
talk
you.
today?
division.
Yeah, you
We
gonna
had
talk
dinner
today?
with some
Okay.
legislators
Nice.
last night.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll listen to you.
that card I gave you's got
Had
my
the
cell phone number.
impression
Text it over,
When
man.
they ask
Make
the
sure you
questions,
include your
they
name
don't
and
get
stuff like that.
Good answers.
Wanna
from
give you the credit.
department, and I think that's tragic. So,
We'll get the financial stuff.
question.
Yeah, I'll jump in on that one. Last year, I know in the House Appropriations, they started by bringing in individual
Yeah, absolutely.
divisions
We'll listen to
give
you.
the
We got the live
details,
stream
kinda
going
like
right now,
what you
so.
said here. And I know former Chief Ronaldson did present at that point in time, but they only went through a couple. So we're always answering the call whenever there's an invitation to do it in that type of a public setting.
Hey, that's why we want
For
one
sure.
bug. Make guys think
Due
about
to
it.
the urgency,
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta make a
for sure.
choice.
I think certainly appropriations, you may want
Yeah.
to reach out to them.
I'll just shoot the biggest one I can. That's what I'm going for.
That's what it is, and I'll bring other people up to shoot
And
on the
hammered a lot of does in the process.
Appropriate and appreciated, and I think they're awaiting.
Awesome.
There's your call bucks.
Another quick response. Each year, we do a formal presentation for both the appropriations subcommittees. So we do it at the department scale, and we have presented
Yep,
on
yep.
some of these needs.
Don't come in.
Director Lott here.
Thank you. That is not an accurate statement about the department.
geez.
So I just wanted to put on record that we have been over there pounding the pavement repeatedly, as have you. So thank you for that. We are constantly in these committees. Every time there's a bill up, we provide information, we provide bill analyses.
Pretty cool.
We've even met with people that aren't really interested in natural resources because we want them to know what we do.
Keep waiting.
And that way they are informed when they vote on things or when they're asked about things. So we've heard that a couple times from some of the folks, I think, that you're mentioning.
And the door is
but
closed.
We have provided
No.
hundreds of
He came up
pages of
and I matched his
documentation,
energy a little bit. I don't know if he
especially
liked that or
since
not. I couldn't
all
tell.
of the issues that you're hearing about from every division and every budget that you've seen here. The legislature has seen all of these.
I don't usually get too fired up, but you're going to come walk up to me like that, and then you're going to get some back.
And like Dan said,
Yeah,
we've
when
done
you
individual
know, just
ones, and then we
the
did
posturing
department
when
level ones
you
as
stand
well.
close to
So
somebody and try to lean
it's
over
whether or not
like
they wanna
that
ask us
immediately right there
questions and get more information, but we
I should've.
have really worked
sends
hard,
me
and I
into
wanna
the.
commend
He
our
didn't know
staff
he
for
was
doing
coming up to
that
the
in
beefcake
budget
table.
round because it has been a really long year.
He wouldn't
for
have done
them.
that
So
if
I just
Brian
wanted
was
to
here.
come forward
No,
and say
No, if we had Brian here, 6'5", 300, we would have never even thought about
The
it.
dude did have a big paw on him, though. I shook his hand, and it was like grabbing a bunch of bananas.
He was for sure a beefcake, like that's for sure. He wasn't little, but it's
You're Nate.
yeah, I'm Nate. Yes.
So what's your other how have I seen you before?
So we do the Rome. Yeah, we do the Rome Outdoors podcast, and I used to do Michigan Wild. So on that, I've been on Bowhunter Chronicles stuff and kind of been around the space. What was your first name?
Tim.
Tim Helsted. Yeah, we're friends. We have on social media. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Tim liked my my coyote flub up
Yes,
a
yes.
couple nights ago.
Yeah, we've been doing this as a group for, I think we started the Rome stuff in February. So, and we've been doing filming Rome Syndicate stuff for, this will be year 2. So we've been kind of just a group of guys just getting together and just going to meetings and doing the best we can for all this. So, yeah.
So what did you do? You had YouTube stuff out there too, right?
Yep. So we do, Rome Syndicate's the YouTube page, which is what we're live streaming on right now. And then I've done, Michigan Wild for like 3 years. That was a podcast I did. Probably there. I did that with Sportsman's Empire. That was a part of I don't know if you've Nine Finger Chronicles. Like he was the boss, and I did a podcast for him for a while. So, yep.
We
So
watch all that stuff, especially in the wintertime when it's
we had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've seen your face a lot.
Yep. The ginger beard has been around. That's for sure. Yeah, you got to have a big beard to be a part of us. That's kind of like the standard.
He gets a buy. He
Yeah,
gets
you
a
get a
buy.
buy.
You get a
Keep going,
pass.
dude. Get some Miracle Grow on that thing.
Yeah, you
You're good to go.
get to be 18. It better be starting to poke.
I was 6th grade. I was shaving.
Oh, step it up, man.
Yeah, man.
What area are you around?
We're from Horton.
Horton. Okay.